Hey guys, this is going to be a video response for Walking the Cow. He had a video recently with 6 gaming questions in it, so I thought I'd do my best and answer those for him. So, first up is going to be a popular game you don't like. Well, this may not surprise a lot of people, but I don't like Call of Duty, to be honest. I feel it's very sort of generic and samey, and yeah, there's just not a lot there for it for me personally. I don't even really like the single player side of it. I did really like Call of Duty 2 when that first came out on the Xbox 360. I thought that was really impressive for the time, but over the years I don't really think it's made that much progress, and the storylines are not really that appealing, especially the more modern ones as well. It's just a series I really can't get into. Plus, the multiplayer, while I've tried it, it's one of those types of multiplayer that, yeah, okay, fair enough, it rewards the people who spend a lot of time, but there's also a sort of pay-to-win element in there as well, which I don't like about online multiplayer in general. So, yeah, I'll go with Call of Duty for the first question. Next up is a disappointing game sequel. Now, this one would probably be most sort of recently, in the last sort of couple of years or so, would be Saints Row 4. I feel ever since Saints Row 2, the series has massively gone downhill in terms of what the series was meant to be. Saints Row 3 was passable in my opinion, but Saints Row 4 completely destroyed the sort of balance that I really enjoyed from Saints Row 2, with the funny sort of humour side, but also the serious story side. I thought they had a really good balance in Saints Row 2. Saints Row 4 is just a little bit too far. Don't get me wrong, it's certainly fun to play, but it's not the sort of experience I have come to expect from Saints Row, and I kind of wish the series would just go away now, and it looks like that's the case. So yeah, Saints Row 4 would probably be disappointing. Like I say, not a bad game, just not quite what I wanted from a Saints Row game. Next up is going to be a console slash computer that blew you away. This is going to be kind of predictable because I've talked about it enough already, but the N64, yes, my favourite console of all time, and just my favourite console to go back and play as well. And it really did impress me back in the day. You've got to bear in mind, the previous console I had before that was the Super Nintendo. Again, another great Nintendo console. But what the N64 introduced, of course, was 3D graphics. And games like Super Mario 64, which was a launch game and was so impressive for a launch game. To see Mario in 3D was just incredible. It was a kind of situation that a lot of kids these days won't appreciate, whereas me as a kid growing up through seeing video games develop, you have a real sort of perspective of how far video games have come, and that was a major sort of landmark in video games for me. Number 4 is a console you would like to spend more time playing slash collecting. Now, I think I would probably go for, at the moment, the Mega Drive. I really don't play the Mega Drive as much as I'd like. I really love the sort of obvious titles on the console, like Sonic 2, Streets of Rage 2, and games like that. But I really don't spend as much time on it as other consoles. Like I say, N64 is probably my go-to retro console, and has been for a while now. But as I didn't really grow up with the Mega Drive as a kid, I had a Super Nintendo, so I didn't really play a lot of Mega Drive when I was younger. So there's a lot of games I would like to play on the Mega Drive, and I would like to get for the Mega Drive, that I just never got the chance to play when I was a kid, and I've kind of neglected collecting for the Mega Drive as well. So yeah, I think that's probably the one I would go for at the moment. I could also include Dreamcast as well, a console which I love, but I just don't play or collect as much as I would like to. A console slash computer you would like to own. This one is probably going to be a Super Nintendo console. It's going to be a very specific one because it's the one I remember having as a kid, and it was the Super Nintendo action set, which came with the Super Nintendo and the light gun, the scope gun, in one sort of giant box. It's pretty difficult to come across from what I've seen, at least even online, and it seems to command prices way above £100 for a one all boxed up and everything. So it's not cheap, but it's a part of my childhood, and I would one day really like to own that set, that console set. Last up is going to be a game which got you into a band or particular genre of music. Now, I had to rack my brain about this, but I'm pretty sure Tony Hawk's was one of the game series that got me into a particular band. I believe Real Big Fish had a few tracks that appeared on some Tony Hawk's game. I wish I could remember which Tony Hawk's game it was in particular, but the Tony Hawk's games had some really decent bands, in my opinion, for the backing music, and Real Big Fish was the first. It was the first time I ever came across them, was on Tony Hawk's. So yeah, I think I would go for Tony Hawk's and the band Real Big Fish. If you've not heard Real Big Fish, they're kind of like a party band, a very upbeat sort of music, and yeah, just really sort of good, sort of happy music to listen to. So yeah, I really like that band, and I'm glad that I came across it from Tony Hawk's. So I think that is all 6 of his questions. Yeah, it is. Yeah, all 6 gaming questions done there. So that was good fun. I like doing that. And if you want, go over to Walking the Cow's video, which I'll link in the description, and you can go check out what he said. Maybe even do a video response to him as well, or leave me yours in the comments below. That would be really cool to see. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Gabriel Sin, and I will catch you next time.